right, today we are talking about the new Mizuno STG. We did a video on the best driver nobody would buy. This is the new version of the best driver that hopefully somebody will buy. Gonna give it a rip. The other one was spectacular. Let's give this a try with the stock shaft. Mark, we've got the hazardous green.
It's a good stock option this year.
Yeah, very popular. I like the grip. They put a Crossline Genesis. I've not actually haven't seen this one before. It's got a cord.
For sure. Stock here.
So at address, it's really good looking. I like it very much. Smaller head, 440 cc, taller, smaller profile.
Yeah,
so
like it
is very much a player's head.
40?
440.
Yeah, okay.
The sliders now go front and back, a little bit different than the other one.
Yeah, they meet in the middle at the back.
And they meet in the middle at the back. But this is definitely a player's driver. Very small, very low spin. Well, let's find out.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Looks really good.
Should be at least, so.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So anyway, let's, nobody wants to hear me talk. Let me just rip a couple and get my body moving.
Wow.
T hit the wall hard.
Sure did.
Okay, so that was pretty good speed.
It's great.
275 in the air, a little open.
Yeah, that was great. Very low spin, good efficiency.
Yep,
Good
okay,
ball speeds,
let me give you a few more here.
That's solid.
So, yeah, I mean, 2100, it's low spin, and that was open, right? That was an open cut, and it still spun at 2100.
It was 2.2 degrees open. This driver head does exacerbate kind of that rightness in theory.
So, it's very fade biased.
Yeah, the center
it's
of gravity is
really good looking. I like it.
Yeah, and that's found the winner. That was nice too.
Pretty good. I mean, it's fading.
Squared it up a little bit better.
Squared it up a little better.
Yeah, that was lovely. I mean, spun up on you a little bit, but
yeah, I didn't totally flush it.
I was gonna say, and I think that just totally flush it didn't hurt you too much on efficiency and ball speed, but it hurts you a little bit on spin. And I was gonna say it's got to be a little bit low heely. So,
yeah.
Nice to see that. Same carry as the last one, but a little bit more spin. 276 there.
Let's give you another one here.
Good ball. A little launch.
Yeah, I think I caught that maybe a hair out on the toe.
That's nice.
The ball speed's up. Like what I like is that, and this goes to show that, man, this thing is a knuckleballer because that spun at just under 2300, but that was a white fade.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it should be spinning a neutral driver or a driver that has like a back center of gravity would be spinning a lot there when you hit that shot.
So that means that like right away when I look at this thing, I go, who's it for? Fast people, drawers or uncontrollable, we'll call them hooks. I want to hit another one.
Yeah, no.
Even with the stock option, it's good. We'll modify it and put something fancy in it and see what else we can get out of it. But I mean, it looks really good. It feels solid. I haven't even really buttoned one yet.
Head's very efficient. Ball speeds have been really good. Like your mid 160s is great. And I think like nothing surprising other than the fact that like, okay, the spin's been quite consistent. You had that one that spun up a little bit, but that made sense because the face was more open. And it was a little low heel, but very consistent ball speeds, and the thing's fast. I mean, that's one thing that Mizuno kind of didn't have for a few years was driver looked good, but it didn't jump off the face, and now that's exactly what this is doing, so.
So that was a little pull.
Yeah, let's see what that does.
I was just trying to give it a little extra.
Yeah.
But again, the spin is all in the same window. I mean, that was definitely a bad one.
Yeah, but very low.
So, okay, so here's what so my biggest thing with this is I launch it very, very low. So let's put a shaft in that's gonna help me get the ball up. Maybe spin it a little bit more.
Okay.
But I mean, for those of you who are just interested in the stock option, there's some really good stock shafts. The head is spectacular.
Yeah.
I think it looks better than the older model. However, the difference is the older model looks a bit more forgiving because it's bigger. It's a bigger profile.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
some of you are gonna like the smaller shaped head.
Yeah.
Some of you guys are gonna like the bigger one.
It's gonna be faster as well for most of you. The aerodynamics of a smaller head, generally people swing it a little bit faster, and then if the efficiency's there, then you do get more ball speed.
Yeah.
And if that kind of correlates with your launch data, then obviously you're gonna hit it further.
So what we're getting out of it though is Mizuno, their drivers are getting faster, right? Like you said, Mark, they've always been a little slow.
Yeah.
They're getting faster. They're really good. This one, as it is, probably doesn't spin enough for me because once I start to square it up a little bit, I'll probably find that the ball might fall out of the sky a little bit.
I think like being a lower launcher of the golf ball like you are, it is always in your best interest to have a little bit more than the really low spin option, right? So, because clearly like this, we just kind of unpackaged this and he took a liking to it right away. So
looks so good.
Yeah, and I think that's where I'm curious to see what we can kind of do with it, what we can make it be, because I know his older model STG was something that I loved watching you hit, and I think you were very, very, very consistent with it. So
yeah, I wasn't the longest with it, but I hit a lot of fairways. I played competitive golf with it and found the golf course, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
So I'd give up 5 or 10 yards, probably not even 10 yards, 5 yards,
maybe.
to find it in play, which was huge. So, okay, let's modify this. Let's see what we can get out of it. Let's tune the Ferrari.